everyone, we come to the 12th experiment, which is interfacing the stepper motor with 8051 microcontroller. Please go through the theory of the working for the stepper motor. I'll go through it quickly here and move on with interfacing, programming and simulating aspects. The IC ULN2003 is a driver which is used for interfacing the motor with the 8051 microcontroller. It acts as the isolator so that motor does not load the microcontroller. It is a high voltage, high current Darlington array containing 7 open collector Darlington pairs with common emitters. Suppression diodes are included for inductive load drive. Output voltage is about 50 volts and output current is about 500 milliamps with a maximum of 600 milliamps. We need to first understand the stepper motor winding to know how to control the rotation using the microcontroller. What we see here is a unipolar stepper motor conceptual diagram. The stepper motor comes with 5 or 6 wires. The windings are center tapped and this point is connected to the power supply. We provide the ground to the windings, hence current flows through the coils. To make the rotor rotate, we just need to provide different ground paths to the coil endings. This is how the program has to be written, and the port pins will be the control points to provide the ground path indirectly through the driver IC ULN2003. Let's go over to Keil and see how to execute the program and later simulate it on Proteus. We have the program here. So we are going to move 88 to A and we are going to rotate it. When we rotate it right, then the motor will rotate clockwise. If we say RL, rotate the accumulator content left, then the motor will rotate anti-clockwise. And continuously we will be sending it to port 0 here, port 0. And this is a delay program. Between each step we have given some delay. So this will be the delay program between the steps. So before going to Proteus, we'll just execute it here and see. Okay, so it is rotating right. So 88, when you rotate it right, it becomes 11, then 224488. So that is what you can see here. It is because of the delay, you can see 11224488. So that will go on cyclically. Okay, now the effect of this we will see on Proteus. Stop it. Go to Proteus. Now I've connected a resistance pack here because we need a pull-up resistance for port 0. We are using port 0, so we need a pull-up resistor. Now when we make sure that we've given the proper path, okay, say OK and simulate it. So since we had given RR here, so we've given RR here, that is why it is rotating in clockwise, and plus sign indicates that it is clockwise. So when we see here, just zoom it up and see, the gray part, it is not connected, so that is why it is showing gray. But to those pins where the pull-up resistance has been connected, it is showing either red or blue. When the signal is there, it will be red, pulled up, otherwise it will be 0. Okay, so here when we say when it is 1, when this becomes 1, here it will be 1, red is 1, correspondingly this will be 0. Okay, so when this is 1, this will be 0. 1B is the input, 1C is the output for 2003 IC. So that means that it is 0. So it is providing the ground path to this winding. So these are the 4 windings, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 windings. This middle is the power supply where we have to give the power supply. So externally it is shorted and given to 12 volts. So it is given to 12 volts. And this is a common point of the IC here, that is given to 5 volts. Okay, angles at which this is rotating. Okay, now we'll just stop this, and we will give our L here and see it will rotate anti-clockwise. Save. Okay, you've generated the hex code. So now directly go and rotate it. See, it is rotating anti-clockwise now. It is rotating anti-clockwise. That's all about stepper motor control, the execution and the simulation. With this, we come to the end of the program, end of the experiment. Till next time, bye-bye.